Well, hello, fellow addicts. Welcome back to Addicts Live, your internet escape from the craziness in the world. I'm Alissa, your resident head addict, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host to the Super Safi.
And greetings from Rochester, but not Rochester, New York, Rochester, Minnesota this time, home of the world famous Mayo Clinic.
Safi likes to challenge my geography every week. I have to figure out where it is on the map in relation to me. So yes, the Addicts Crew is back once again to bring you Simpsons news and Saturday Smiles. And as always, before we get into this week's show, it is time for your favorite weekly reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that red button so you don't miss any of the addicts. And as always, for those not watching this directly on YouTube, I will put a link to the subscribe button in the show notes below us. And one more PSA I want to get into before we get into the show itself. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate our very own Wookie on completing and passing his coursework for his master's degree. His master's degree, English major, not good. He is now officially ready to graduate. So hopefully through all this COVID craziness, he can still have a graduation and get out into the real world, finally. Feels like Wook has been in school for as long as I've known him. Not quite that long, but it feels like it. So I am incredibly proud of his accomplishment, and I know many of you are as well. So if you get a chance, tell Wookie, great job, congratulations. You can check him out at his podcast, Laugh It Up Fuzzball, and drop him a note and tell him thank you. Or not thank you. Tell him congratulations. My brain is fried. But I am super proud of Wook. And Wook, if you're listening, and I know you are because you always listen and you always give me a text telling us about the show, congratulations. I am so proud of you. And I'm really happy you stuck it out and you finished everything. So the sky's the limit, my friend. So now let's get on with the show. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, way to go, Wook. Yeah.
Finally, he's finally done. Except that doesn't mean he's coming back. So now let's get on with the show. We are well into Act 3 now of Rise of the Robots. In fact, Act 4 starts on Tuesday. So set your calendars. Give yourself a little alarm reminder that Act 4 is going to start on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, I will have a reminder post up about it. But, you know, for those who'd like to really be prepared. So we are in the home stretch for Rise of the Robots. And just like we did for Acts 1 and Acts 2, it's time for some quick reactions about Act 3. The prizes for Act 3 included both the Simpsons and Flanders car Pos-i-bot, Springfield Robotics Lab, the Giant Buzz Cola Can, and Bestimus Mucho. And we had 2 premiums for this act. The main premium combo was Brenda and the Thai Food Factory. And the guild deal this time around appeared in Act 3, and that was Cyborg Willie and Killy the Killer Tractor. So, Saf, before we dive into the specifics about prizes and premiums, thoughts overall on Act 3?
I haven't unlocked the last prize yet as of the airing of this episode. So looking at the 4, I mean, I'm kind of missing the fact that we don't have a character on the prize track this time around. But that being said, I know there's a little something special with the 5th prize. So I'll be a little bit more curious to see if it really lives up to my expected hype. Overall, I am enjoying the prizes. Even the decorations, I feel they're cooler decorations. They're interactive decorations, minus the can. But yeah, overall, I would say it's a good prize track. It's fairly consistent with the other 2. I wouldn't rank it better or worse at this stage. How about you?
Yeah, I think Act 3 is the best act of this event. Overall, and I've said that, I've predicted that, and just as we're talking, I know you had said you hadn't unlocked the 5th prize. I was like, oh, I need to clear my Springfield, and I just unlocked Bestimus Mucho as we were talking here. So I will. So yeah, I think the Act 3 prize track is the best prize track of this event. It really, you start to get to the climax of the story, you start to get to the point of it all. You unlock some really great prizes. So yeah, I like Act 3. I know some people have had some complaints about Act 3, and some people have really enjoyed Act 3. Been pleasantly surprised, especially given the last few events where usually Acts 1 and 2 are great, and then by 3 and 4 you really start to fall off a cliff. But looking ahead, I will say Act 4 will be a letdown. Uh, let's
Yeah,
get into some. Go ahead.
Act 3 haven't fallen off the cliff yet, so
Yeah,
that's the nice part.
we're still going up. We haven't fully
Yeah.
Thelma and Louised it yet. So let's get into some specifics. So let's talk about the prizes. Thoughts on, we'll combine the two, the Flanders car Pos-i-bot and the Simpsons car Pos-i-bot. Those were the first two prizes, respectively. Thoughts on those?
I mean, I think they're great decorations. I love tapping on them, seeing them convert between Optimus Prime and Megatron and the Flanders car and the Simpsons car. My only little weird thing is that why is the Simpsons car Optimus Prime and why is the Flanders car Megatron? Wouldn't you think the Simpsons would be the evil one and the Flanders would be the good guys? But overall, I mean, it's great. I mean, this goes back to like a classic Treehouse of Horror episode, and it's just a great decoration. I love that they made it interactive.
Yeah, I was very surprised because, we look ahead, we see things in the files, we don't see everything, we don't see how it's going to interact in the game. So there's things we can assume, but maybe not always come true, maybe not always play out the way we think they do. So I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that I figured they'd have some animation. So I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that you tap them and they transform. And then you can tap them again. And they stay that way until you tap them again and then they become the car. So it was really, and it's really nice that you can have the static cars. So if you're not into the robots, you have a version of Flanders car and you have a second Homer's car. So you can have a version of Homer's car in the future area of your Springfield, and you can have one in the present area of Springfield. And Flanders car, we didn't have at all except for the frozen one. So now you've got one that's not frozen. I really like that. I really appreciated that that they did that. And the only thing I wish they did with those is have a little bit of voice with them when you tap on them, but that's okay. And I think it would have been really funny if when you transform them, you had Homer and Ned hanging out of their backsides like they are in the episode. I thought that would have been funny. But overall, I'm really pleased with those two. I didn't think I was going to like them. Really pleased with them. All right, prize 3 was the Springfield Robotics Lab. Thoughts on that one?
I like that it's not just a building; it's a building with a task there. You can send Marge there. Overall, it's a large building. I mean, we got a lot of large educational / lab type buildings. But then again, I mean, when you look at the Mayo Clinic, I mean, the world is full of big, huge buildings. My God, this place is huge. But yeah, overall, I don't mind it. I don't mind the size. I like the look of it. It's going to fit in into the scientific technology area near Frank's lab and everything. Yeah, no complaints with this one. How about you?
Yeah, I think it's like a trend with this event. Every building is huge. Every building has a massive footprint. So hopefully that means the Golden Goose is coming back soon for those of you who really desperately need land. But yeah, so every building of this event, it's just so funny. They're all like in the same footprint too. Like it's all like 12 by this or 14 by this. Yeah, they're all the same. But yeah, I liked it overall. I did, and as I mentioned last episode, I like the trend that we're seeing of buildings have character tasks with them. We had a while where they weren't having character tasks. They were just useless, empty buildings. So I like that you can use it for a task. It's nice. And the fact that Marge has a task, it's not Homer, it's nice. What else can I say about the robotics lab? Yeah, it's a fun little building. It may end up in my inventory ultimately, just because, as we talked about last week, where it would fit in my Springfield, similar to the factories, I would have like this science area in my Springfield, and the footprint, like I just don't have room for a building that big in there. Right. So we'll see what happens. I may work it in. I may end up storing it. I'm not sure. You have any design ideas with that one?
No, nothing. Just in the Frank area. That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. The fourth prize, everyone's favorite giant Buzz Cola can.
With lemon.
With lemon.
I mean, this is the best prize in the entire event. If you don't love this prize, I don't know what's wrong with you. No, just in all seriousness, it's just a decoration. I mean, it's not that big, 2x2. I don't know where to put it, really. It'll probably end up in my inventory. I was thinking, like, if it was, like, the Duff guys, I got them, like, lining up towards the Duff brewery, but like I don't know what to do with the Buzz Cola can, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's one of those. First of all, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like it'd be nice if you tapped on it and at least like it made the sound of opening a can. Like it doesn't do anything. Um, so for me personally, it is a do not pass go straight to inventory item. And hey, but if you really like it, you can buy more for 20 donuts each. Serve no purpose, have no bonus percentage with them. But hey, you want to spend those 20 donuts on giant soda? Go for it. Uh, I did see some folks who like it because it matches the giant squishy, which we've gotten in the past. And some other people have said that they put it in their like Homer Palooza area with all the stages because it seems like a prop that would go there. So there are ways to fit it into your Springfield. I tend to be a minimalist with stuff that I just don't see a purpose for. But if you really like it, there are ways to work it into your Springfield. And like I said, hey, you can buy more for 20 donuts a pop. And the final prize of this act, Bestimus Mucho.
So I haven't unlocked this yet, as we mentioned, as of the recording of this. I mean, yeah, it'll go nicely with the fact that you got the other two Pos-i-bots. But maybe you could elaborate a little bit more about this, and maybe I'll talk about more about this when we do like the end of event recap.
So, Bestimus Mucho is I personally feel like the best prize of this event, with the Pos-i-bots right behind. And I'm surprised the Simpsons and Flanders Car Pos-i-bot I did not have high on my list when this event started. But I really like it. It's a full character. It is voiced. And its animations are really neat in the sense that it transforms during its animation. So it's a car, and then it's Malibu Stacy's car, and then he turns into Bestimus Mucho. Malibu Stacy's car turns into Bestimus Mucho. It's really neat. The only thing I wish is that you had the option of having him be a car longer. When he's on the task, he transforms, and it's quick. So you see him as the car, and then he transforms into Bestimus Mucho. And I wish that there was an option, kind of like the Pos-i-bots, where you can have him just stay a car or stay Bestimus Mucho like that. I wish that was a visual option. But I really like this prize. I hands down think that this is the best prize of the event. This to me would have been like a great finale, like Act 4 prize, like to get in your 5th prize. I don't know why it's in Act 3. I'm not complaining that it's in Act 3, but hands down, it's the best prize of the event, in my opinion. And like I said, the fact that he's voiced is awesome. And yeah, good prize. So you'll have to unlock him, Saf.
I should hopefully have him unlocked by yesterday. And
future Safi
will have him. The comments. But yeah, no, I will definitely talk about it next episode. But overall, yeah, I'm really liking it. The fact that it's a character, sorry, I was incorrect when I said, there's no character on this prize track, because I always thought of Bestimus as a decoration, but no, yeah, right, it's a full character. So again, 3 acts in a row, we're getting a character on the prize track. So how can you be upset? So
yeah, full character, comes with a quest line, and is voiced. That's like the best you could ask for from a free prize track. And it's not like voiced because it's an alt version of Marge or something. Like it's voiced because the character is voiced. All right, let's talk about the premiums. So we had 2 premiums for this act. There was a main combo and a guild deal with Act 3. The main combo actually would help with the event. It'll earn event currency for Act 3, Act 4, and Acts 1 and 2 if you still need, still working on those. So the main premium combo, talk slower, was Brenda and the Thai Food Factory. Thoughts on those, Saf?
I got them, and I did like them, but not my favorite premium item. The quest line is not as funny as the one that we had for the Love Bot, but still a good quest line and a good character. But overall, not my favorite premium for this event thus far. How about you? Did you end up getting?
I did. It's a weird combo. I mean, this is even weirder than the Love Bot and Mr. Sparkle Factory. At least those you can kind of reason like, oh, they're both from Japan. Like, okay, that kind of makes sense. What the hell do Brenda and the Thai Food Factory have to do with each other? Absolutely nothing. Well, the only thing I can think of is so Brenda's a conflict resolution bot, and her skill is resolving conflicts between people. And in fact, in the episode she was in, she was called in to resolve a conflict in the Simpsons house, and she sprays them all with taffy. That's going to be in the Where Did That Come From post, so I don't know if it posted or not yet, but when it does, read it. And the Thai food factory, in the Thai food factory, there's this battle between Bart and Skinner where they're fighting, and then they end up falling into, because Bart's allergic to peanuts or Bart's allergic to shrimp and Skinner's allergic to peanuts. Both of them end up falling into the peanut shrimp of the Thai food factory. So the only thing I can think of is they're like, oh, there's a fight there, so it's conflict resolution. So Brenda and the fight, perfect. But it's a bad combo.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Like, they don't make sense. The Thai food factory is like a blip in the show, like a true blip. Like you see it for like a split second. You see more of the inside than the outside. So it just is like a weird combo. But 150 donuts, full character, building with a task. Can't really complain. And the character will help earn event currency. So
and
I was okay with
one of my favorite cuisines, so it's nice to get some Thai food in the field too. So it works out.
Yeah. Okay. Just as it's this and the Love Bot, like the two combos are just so odd. Like you really have to think about it.
Yeah.
To be a fly on the wall of that EA meeting where they were like, all right, we got this character. It's like you feel like there's like just a list of characters, a list of buildings, and they're drawing lines, and they get to the end and they go, oh geez. So it's a weird combo. But yeah, ultimately I think we both give it a thumbs up. It's not a bad combo. It's just weird.
Yeah.
And the guild deal this time, as we said, was Cyborg Willie and Kelly the Killer Tractor. And something unique about this guild deal was the price. Gil usually gouges you. This time, Gil was actually reasonable, and the combo was 150 donuts, which is unheard of for a guild deal. Thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I kind of see the discount. I mean, they're giving us Kelly the Killer Tractor again. I mean, don't we already have Kelly the Tractor?
Well, we have Willie the Tractor.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't notice a little spelling difference. Yeah, so overall, I mean, I like getting the prize. I got it right away. I thought it was a cool one to have, even though he doesn't help with the quest line itself. He looks really cool to me. I like Cyborg. Willie, he has this really cool appearance. Reminds me a bit of Cyborg from DC. I've always been a huge DC guy myself, so that little reminiscence of Cyborg. It's really cool to have Cyborg Willie. The tractor, I put it right next to the other tractor near Willie's shed. I'll have to pay closer attention to the little spelling difference, but yeah.
Well, so Killy is what Willie's tractor turns into. So when you tap on the Killy tractor, so when it's just like the Simpsons car Pos-i-bot, it's regularly Homer's car. When you tap on it, it transforms into Optimus Prime. So this one, is Willie's tractor. When you tap on it, that's when it transforms into Killy the Killer Robot. So you have the option of leaving it as Willie's tractor or leaving it as Killy the Killer Robot. The cool thing with this, I thought, aside from the bonus percent, because the tractor is a decoration, so it earns like a really nice 4% bonus. But Willie, regular Willie, not Cyborg Willie, and Cyborg Willie is a full character. It's not a costume for Willie. Regular Willie has a task at Killy the Killer Tractor. I thought that was awesome. That's like a nice added bonus for the decoration, because normally decorations don't have tasks. Yeah. So the only thing I have with this is
4%.
Yeah, exactly. On top of that bonus percent. So my only gripe with this is another weird combo because they have nothing to do with each other. Cyborg Willie was in an episode of Treehouse of Horror for like a split second. Didn't say anything, didn't do anything, just appeared at the very end. And Killy the Killer Tractor killed Willie. So
yeah,
I thought it was kind of like, unless they're thinking, hey, Cyborg Willie is who Willie became when he was killed. I don't know. It's a weird
I
combo.
like how you're coming up with these stories for what the writers were thinking of when they put these combos together. I love it.
I'm trying. It's what I do. I'm trying to analyze. Like, basically, I'm trying to think about what the hell were they thinking. So, um, but yeah, it's the only thing I can think of. But it is an odd combo.
Yeah.
But 150 donuts for a guild deal. It's really hard to pass that up, my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is Act 3. Anything else you want to add for Act 3?
No, I enjoyed it. I mean, upward trajectory or the same trajectory. Overall, I'm happy it wasn't a downhill decline, as has been the case with a lot of Act 3s in the past. So that's good. But yeah, I mean, I agree with the Act 4. We're in for a bit of a bummer there.
The story will probably be good, wrapping it up.
Yeah.
But the
prizes,
not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dialogue for Act 3 is good. The storyline's good. The prizes, like I said, I've said this, I feel like 100 times already this episode. I feel like this is the best act of the event, prize-wise. I know some people aren't too happy with this event itself, but I always try to put things into perspective. When I compare acts for this event, I compare acts to other acts of this event. I don't compare it to an active event we had 4 years ago. And I also don't compare multi-events to previous style acts, to previous style events. This is what we have now. This is what our options are. So I try to put that into perspective that way. But yeah, I mean, in the box of this event, this is the best act. And yeah, so get ready for the storyline to change starting on Tuesday when Act 4 hits. And just brace yourselves, because I do think those prizes will be a letdown. But hey, I've been wrong before. I didn't think I was going to like the Pos-i-bots, and I did. So we'll see. Maybe there's a pleasant surprise in store for us, but I won't hold my breath. So that's going to do it from us for this week. As a housekeeping note, we are not going to have a show next week, so there will be no new Addicts Live next Saturday. I will be out of town, and it just can't make it work to record and edit and get it all done. But look for, in place of an Addicts Live, a question and poll about overall thoughts on the Rise of the Robots event and Act 4, because we're going to do our next episode, which will be in 2 weeks. We're going to do the Rise of the Robots wrap up. So we're going to do our good, bad, and ugly, and you guys are going to give it a letter grade, as are we. So be prepared for that in about 2 weeks. And until then, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.